Can you explain why the first 3 weeks are so important, and then what you would do with someone after concussion in that time period?
Yes, yeah. So let me give you a single example when there are many. There are papers in the literature that have a title or conclusion, something to this effect. 2 weeks of chronic daily headache after sports related concussion leads to brain rewiring as shown on magnetic resonance, functional magnetic resonance imaging. You can change that title to chronic sleep disturbances, mood lights, sensitivity to sounds, different studies with EEG, fMRI, magnetic resonance spectroscopy, all sorts of things. The short answer is if you are injured and you are having symptoms for, I use the example 2 weeks, I'm going to stick with 2 weeks, your brain is changed in a fundamental way, and that's a wiring change. And so we work very hard to prevent that wiring change. Um,
Mm.
Again, you were at reference 3 weeks. I used that as a 2 week example. It's 2 weeks because it's as soon as 2 weeks. 3 weeks or more, it's um, makes my job harder to have to dewire and then rewire. So we
Mhm.
really want to prevent the brain from making a bad decision, air quotes, because it's just trying to get along, that will lead to a long-term, let's say in this example, wiring change. So
Right.
long-term wiring changes lead to long-term problems that take a while to recover.
Well, and that's where you get, people like my wife with concussion syndrome from a car accident that likely could have been treated in those first 3 weeks. Like, had she been at your clinic or someone else that knew how to treat her, she may not have had a lifetime of issues, after that.
Right, right. So the other way to express what I sort of said is there's this concept of being reactive, reacting to what the person or the brain manifests, and then treating that, or being proactive, finding something and fixing it even before the person notices.
Hmm.
And proactive takes, effort. Um, and a lot of times I will find something wrong with a patient, and that's not something they complained about. So if I'm doing a full neuro exam on a patient, my exam's an hour and a half because I'm trying to cover many different regions of the brain.
Hmm.
And, I may do balance and they'll say, well, there's nothing wrong with my balance. My balance is fine. Okay, I will confirm that. And then maybe I'll find there is something wrong with balance, but they're adapting
Hmm.
to be able to be okay with balance, but it's going to bubble up later. So that's proactive versus reactive. And if you want to do the 3 weeks, you have to be pretty proactive.